live. And we are live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Daisies and Dragons. We've missed you. We hope you missed us. Great.
And if you didn't, shame.
Shame.
I've forgotten
no.
how to do this, so there'll be a lot of
Yeah.
flailing.
That's true. I have forgotten everything. It's like watching us back when we started. It's great. I'm thinking of starting. We are starting with a brand new one-shot that none of us have ever played before from the exciting Ultra Micro RPG book. We'll be playing Object Kilo, Soul Grinding Adventures in Top Secret Science by Jason Morningstar. So we're very excited to try these guys out. My two lovely players here are going to be playing the Soul Grinding Scientist, while I play the Aggravation, like I do in our meetings for Daisies and Dragons.
That's accurate on some level.
Painfully. So in classic Daisies and Dragons fashion, there is apparently a tech issue. Everything is sending twice. I don't actually know what that means.
Hold on. One of you keep talking.
I'm gonna keep talking.
Well, Indrani, go.
So I made these earrings myself using polymer clay. I don't know if people know this, but I love oranges, citrus generally.
Yeah, I think it's just an RE issue.
Oh, all right.
RE, you're special. That's what it is.
Love you, Ari.
Yeah.
All right.
So oranges, polymers, great stuff. Excellent.
Yes. Moving on swiftly.
I'm glad you confirmed they were oranges, because I was like, it's a bit late in the year for pumpkins.
Pumpkins they're not shaped like that. Are you? Hey, okay, no, I'm not gonna be baited by this orange slander. It's fine.
Orange slander. My God. That's what you call the food I showed you I ate in boarding school. The coriander chicken. We have fun here.
I think that I have had one genuine nightmare about eating shitty food after that Tasty UK video.
I like that it's that at this point everyone knows which video you're talking about. Like it's not even the one where they put raisins in biryani or korma. Was it
not
korma?
Yeah, it was not only raisins, tomatoes. Hello, the foundation upon which the tang in korma comes from is yogurt. The whole point is that you don't use tomato. That's a completely different flavor profile. But that's not what this stream is about. This stream is about Object Kilo by Jason Morningstar. So let's do that instead.
It's about a game of aggravation in your work life. I am playing the role. All right. So we are excited for the game today. Basically, the game basically says it goes until the players get fed up and tell me to stop, or they break the cycle. Let's see how they manage to do it. But first, we want to say next week we have an exciting. We're announcing that now. We are having an exciting. We're not saying that now. We're saying that at the end.
Well, we can say that now.
Yeah,
it's an announcement. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We're going to be interviewing Indrani, talking about.
This is what she's been doing. So humble of us to interview one of our own. Our very own thought leader is who we will be talking to.
We got it.
Our thought leader believes that flashing people with the birds up sign is okay. So you should all, if you do that and get called out in public, know that our thought leader passed this on. This is Daisies and Dragons approved.
I actually hate this. Like it genuinely makes me want like the earth to open up and swallow me. So please stop.
There's going to be like at least an hour of this banter going on. So if you want to see more abuse thrown by these two with love and affection and hate all together, then check it out, because it's going to be
the foundation of any healthy friendship: love, affection, and a sprinkling of hate.
Yeah,
of course, two sides of the same coin. And we'll also.
So what are we actually doing? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Do you want me to go back to Object Kilo?
No.
So next week, there's going to be a stream where Shubham will ask me questions and I will answer said questions about Big Bad Con, which is a convention that I got to attend along with some incredible TTRPG creators from India. And we just kind of want to talk about the process, the experience, and like for people who might be interested in like, putting their names in the running for the next year or the years after, what to expect, and sort of like what are things you want to prepare. So that's kind of what we'll be discussing. And along with that, I will be sharing my opinion on citrus, I think.
Oh, wait, what? I did not sign up for that part of the questionnaire.
The
Obviously,
citrus is
there'll
going to
be
be a
conversation.
solid 10 minutes. The solid 10
Yes.
minutes of citrus. You ready?
Okay.
I love that everybody's like earrings. I'm like, thank you. I spent 4 hours making these. So thank you for the validation.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Anyway.
And we may be announcing stuff after that discussion. Plans,
Yes.
ideas.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that.
If you're curious as to what
Stacey-
we're getting up to in January and February, then that's going to be next week. Prepare to be teased, is, I guess. You can put in quotes.
Yes.
Quote me on that.
Yes.
I dare you.
Yeah. Our approach this year to figuring out how to, grow whatever we've started has been a little like haphazard. So next year we're aiming to just like have a little structure and like plan things in advance and like, not just go along for the ride. So we'll be talking about that as well. Wow. Okay, yes.
You've become such a professional since you got back from America.
I know. I feel like I'm like worse at this than I already was. It's so funny. I don't know what happened.
I feel like I've been here the whole time. All right. With that, I think Chirag, you should take it away, and we can start today's game, Object Kilo.
So let us begin at Object Kilo. Our adventure begins in an underground complex near Las Vegas in the National Nevada Security Site of Area 12. There is a special research. There's many special research projects, but we're only interested in one research project that our two long-suffering scientists are investigating. An Object Kilo. It's a 13.3 centimeter dull gray cube made of an impossibly stable form of the primordial super heavy element unbihexium. Someone told you once that it had came back from the moon in 1971. Scientists like you have been prodding it for about 50 years. And what they have learned fits on a single page. You will probably not do any better. The game is not about Object Kilo. The game is about you guys, you scientists, dealing with the problems of working for that, the choices you're making at work, and the problems you guys have at home. Let's find out about our scientists. Let's figure out what they're like as we zoom into who wants to go first. Who wants to volunteer their scientist first for science?
Go for it.
All right.
My name is Simran Sodabottleopenerwala. I am an immigrant. I have been working on Object Kilo for I think around 7 or 8 years now, but not made much headway. I have a good family back home, but one of my parents is not doing too well. They are having health issues and they're old. I expect this, but it's been stressful. And obviously, the way to cope with any sort of stress and anxiety in life is to delve headfirst into work and make that all your self worth comes from. So I have taking this Object Kilo, this cube that I don't fully understand yet, back home to work on it so that I don't have to think about, actual problems that I have. And I think that's a great idea, but others might disagree.
It's a
My pronouns are
fantastic
she, her.
idea. Mm-hmm. Yes. So we have Dr. Sodabottleopenerwala. Is it doctor or professor or Mrs.? Which you miss?
Doctor.
Doctor. Dr. Sodabottleopenerwala.
I'm really going against everything I'll be in life, so doctor.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Cut to Indrani getting an honorary doctorate like ASAP. It would age like milk. I would clip this.
My God, man, the Matt Mercer University is just hamming them out early. After Critical World Land, it's Critical World University.
I actually hate all of this. You both need to stop.
I'm the aggravation. What are you doing, Shubham? Get in your lane.
It's true. I'll stop.
All right. So, as you're like getting back to work, because they do shuttle you back. Well, it's not so much shuttle as in takes you to the airport, special plane, and then they bring you to a special site. Uh, how have you been hiding Object Kilo in like the transfer that no one notices that you've like taken it, that you've taken it out, or you're the one bringing it back in? How have you been hiding it? Have you been hiding it from your spouse?
Oh yeah, I've been hiding it from my spouse. My spouse thinks I work too much,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, he's trying to be as supportive as he can. Um, I downloaded Tor, the browser, and
Mm-hmm.
I went on to the dark web because that's totally how you go onto the dark web. And I commissioned a very special case by just this, like, I think dude in a basement who makes like cases. And on
Mm-hmm.
the outside it just looks like a normal, like, office briefcase, but on the inside it's lined with like I don't know, vibranium, so that when you walk through places it doesn't actually scan what's inside. It's this very high tech thing that I got commissioned so that I could sneak Object Kilo out of my workplace and into my home.
Yeah, it's better not to think about like what anyone else might be using a briefcase that can get through scanners and X-rays, what they might be carrying. You don't need to worry
Yes.
about that. Yeah, nothing. No one does anything negative on the dark web. That's why we're not telling you, the audience, how it actually works, because we
Right.
know, right? We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So as you're like getting everything like ready, you're getting your case ready, and like your shuttle's like coming to pick you up, take you to the airport. Uh, your husband is just like, he's like holding a phone, and he's just like knocking on. He's like trying to knock on your office door. Presumably you have your own office away from the bedroom. So, hey, honey, are you still here? Are you still here? You're yes, ha, auntie, yes, yes, of course, she's right here. You're it's a. Do you have time? Your mom called about
I'm in the shower.
your no. I mean, she's in the shower. He's like he's switching to Hindi as best he can. Is he also an immigrant Indian? And he's like
No,
local. Is
he's
he
he's
like
a
white or
he's a
what is he?
Gora chokra that my parents were eventually very resistant to, but
Mhm.
had to cave because what are they gonna do? Fly across the world
Exactly.
with no visas?
Yeah. So his Hindi is not great. He's like saying, "Oh yes, she's having a pani lao." He doesn't know the word for shower. He just knows the word for
They
water.
understand English. I I stage whisper to them.
Well, she's yelling at me in Hindi. I got confused. She's just saying that she's like saying there's something about your dad. You sure? Wait. And he's like looking around, like trying to come in, but you haven't put the thing away in this. You haven't put Object Kilo away in
Yeah.
the suitcase yet.
Give me a minute. I'll be out in a second, and like I'll sh- I'll shove I'm assuming I'm wearing some sort of protective gear, and I'll lock it back up, and I'll like kick it
Mhm.
um
Yeah.
under the bed. I don't know. And I will pull the door open. And I'm like, all right, give me that. And I'm like, I grab the phone from his hand. I'll be like, Hama. And I'll just be like,
Yeah.
what's going on? Just
Yeah. It's like, Beta, how are you? It's so good to hear from you. She's like, it sounded like she was yelling before. Now she's acting very sweet. It's like, oh, so good to finally hear from you. It's good. I was worried that you
we
disappeared or
talked
lost your.
this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, oh, I just wanted to tell you about if you're going to be if you're going to be on Zoom later tonight. We're having a family Zoom tonight, and your father's going to be there.
Yeah, of course. No,
Good.
I
Good.
did not forget
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Of course, it's our monthly Zoom. We're going to have everyone come in. Your
This
uncle,
is too real.
auntie.
Okay, Chirag. My cousin called. Sorry, our character. My cousin called me this afternoon. I was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hello,"
Mm-hmm.
and one of my aunts who was ill and is now doing much better has decided to throw a monthly family kitty party.
Oh God.
And I was like, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to come to this thing?" My mom, and I was like, oh, I guess. Like I figured it was like a once. And she's like, yeah, so it's gonna be every month, and you need to pay 3,000, and once, like twice a year, one of like everybody chips in this amount, and I was like, Wait, I have to give money and meet my extended family once every month. This sounds like an awful deal, but I guess I'll do it. So this is hitting far too close, and I love it.
Just a reminder, because this reminder, you guys can use X cards. Just remember, in case there's something that you do.
Oh yes, yes. This for folks at home, we are using safety tools, and I am totally fine with it. It's just like funny that it happened on the same day as. It's great.
Cool.
Yes. I just reached into the trauma. I found it. I could find the aggravation.
A great DM can sense a disturbance in other people's.
Yeah. So Simran on call just goes, "Yeah, I'll be there." Is Papu doing the tech setup, or is that also on me?
Well, Papu's not doing very well. He not easy to get out of it. But I mean, if you want him to do I can get him to do.
No, it's fine. If he can't do it, then I guess
you've studied so hard
to
be a doctor, and become an engineer. But if you want your old Papu to do it, that's absolutely fine.
He's literally a student who's in I don't know, fucking junior college. He should have time for this.
I feel like this is a brilliant. Should we clarify? Chirag, Papu is a nickname,
doesn't mean
not
father.
Papu is a nickname for like a okay. Because I was like, whoa. I think.
But what did you think it was a nickname for?
Not just a nickname.
I thought Papu was just like what they. I didn't know. I thought it was either like a brother or a cousin or something.
No, just any kid is like a
just a like kid, like a lanky kid who can't dance.
Yeah. Papu can't. Yeah, I know that song, of course. I'm not going to sing it to get copyright. Yeah. So yeah, there is that long talk, but also your shuttle is arriving, and you can feel that she's about to go into this like long talk, and then she can get out of
it. Okay. Listen, I have to go. I have a work meeting. But I'll check in with Dad's doctors later. All right. I know we have that call. I'll make sure I'll be there for that. Don't worry about it. He's doing better, right?
Oh yeah, no, he's okay. There's like that hesitation. He'll be fine. He'll feel better when he sees you. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay, I do have to go, but I'll see you later, and tell Papu not to worry about it. Okay, I got it. I'll send out emails. Do you remember how to log into Gmail?
There's a long pause.
It's fine. I'll walk you through that as well. All right. I really do have to go. Okay, bye. I'll like hang up on her.
Yeah. As you're like saying, okay, bye-bye, you hear like this loud coughing on the other side, and then like the call just like ends.
I like flinch when I hear the coughing, and I just put the phone down. I hand it back to my my husband, and I say, I gotta go, and I like run, grab my like lab coat, lean under the bed, grab my briefcase, and I'll be like, okay, on my way to work now, and I will head out.
You get in the shuttle, and you're going on your way to Area 12. Okay, see you in 4 days. Love you. He's like shouting, but it's like as you're kind of going away.
Bye. How you do? I run back, give him a kiss on the cheek, and then run back.
Oh, and he's off. You guys are heading off. We go now to our other scientist, our other brave scientist. Shubham, why don't you introduce yourself and describe what you look like?
Hello everybody. My name is Yogesh Patel. I'm a nuclear scientist over here in Las Vegas, and I have I don't know how long I'll be able to keep this accent. તો પછી હમ and મારા husband નું નામ રે છે. My husband's name is Ray, and GM, do I also reveal the other thing, the less?
I mean, you don't have to reveal it now.
Okay.
You can.
I'm currently sleeping on the couch. मैं couch पे सो रहा हूँ. Ray didn't let me sleep inside.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it says upstairs. So you've been like sleeping right now. Do you and your husband like have any kids or like any animals?
We have two kids. Their names are Tommy and Goldie, which are obviously our dogs. I can see Indrani for a second. Oh God, he named his kids Tommy and Goldie. Anyway, yeah, Goldie and so we have these two kids. Yeah.
Yeah. So the heavier one, I presume. Tommy's the bigger one, right?
Yeah. Tommy is a Labrador and Goldie is a Chihuahua.
Yeah. So of course, the double combination of like doggy wake up alarm is Tommy jumps on you while you're asleep, knocks you, and then get up right up next to your ear. The little Chihuahua ends up making horrific Chihuahua yowls to wake you up.
And I'm like, no, Ray, I don't like morning kisses. And then I kind of like realize it's the dog's like, no, I told you, no. And then I get up and kind of try to step as far away from their slobbery mouths as I can.
Yeah, they do ignore your request of no morning kisses, and I just like start slobber all over your mouth.
I know I need to give you food. I need to give you food, yes, and go to get like. And then as I'm walking, I want to check if like is Ray awake? Is Ray still at home?
Ray is what's it called? You can like hear she's in the kitchen at this point. She completely ignored the fact that the dogs had come and was doing, and she is there, kind of like making the breakfast. He's there making the breakfast, right? He's there making breakfast, some eggs, vegan eggs, some different vegan sausages, making all this kind of stuff. And she only has one plate, as she's kind of like looking at.
I'll be like, and then I'll start to say something to my husband, Ray, and then I'll pause and quietly just tiptoe, like very quietly, and just like pour the food out without trying to let it make any noise for the dogs, like on their bowls. But like obviously, when it hits the bowl, it does make a lot of sound.
He just like looks and says like, "Oh, so you're not even going? You're not going to even wish me good morning?"
What? Sorry, what do we speak in the morning?
He says, "You're not even going to wish me good morning." Not even looking you in the eye, still looking at his food, but he's like, "I'm not going to wish you good morning."
No, I didn't know if you wanted to talk to me today, so I just thought I would be quiet. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Good morning.
He does not respond to good morning. He's just like making his food and just like putting it down and looking at Tommy and Goldie, just like going down on breakfast.
As I'm petting the dog, I'm like, "You did your morning yoga?"
Yes, I did do my morning yoga. I had to do it upstairs because you were snoring down there in the living room.
You should have told me. I would have gone up and slept. It's fine. I just didn't want to. I mean, you told me to sleep on the couch. Now you're saying I was snoring. I snore.
Yeah. He's just like looking upset at you. You're just like going at it and it's like going to get his like food. So and like, have you signed the papers?
No, so I have a morning meeting. This other scientist now, this Simran, they always like take too much work and then dump it for me to. I just need to get that done, and then we can talk. Now we can talk. We'll talk and we'll figure it out.
Oh yes, you talk a lot about this Simran, this Simran person, all this time, and now you're going to go away again for this 4-day retreat.
I would never. Simran's Indian, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And all Indians are like brothers and sisters to me.
I am your husband. Ray is also Indian, correct?
No, Ray is definitely not Indian.
What is Ray?
I'll say Italian because why
not?
Wait, you came to Las Vegas, found an Italian gay guy who's
I get to live whatever fantasy I want. Do not judge me on this.
Yeah, Ray. like Ray Romano. It's fine. It works.
My
Yeah.
God.
What
All
does
right.
Ray, the gay Italian in Las Vegas, do
Right.
for?
Really
do
just
for-
like instantly like, yes, that's Italian.
I mean, everyone knows Ray Romano's Italian, right? I don't actually know if he's Italian. I'm just going with.
I don't even know who Ray Romano is.
It doesn't matter.
Everybody
It's
loves
fine.
Raymond.
Does
It's
not matter.
fine.
All right.
It's
Too
fine.
young. Too young. Once
Okay.
again, we hang out with a child. All right. So he's just like, oh yes, just because they're in here, they understand you. What you get? They get you. They make.
No,
They get
they
what you like.
don't. They always think that they do, and then they start talking about their family. And I'm like, I moved to Las Vegas to get away from my family. Why are you telling me about yours? I don't. Simran means nothing to me. Trust me, I would happily let Object Kilos swallow. You don't know what I said. I can't say that out here. Never mind. Listen, I need to get going. We will talk afterwards. Okay? Pakka. We'll talk afterwards. Just thoda wait karo, please.
Okay. I like you're not. Yeah. So like you didn't eat. So you didn't eat your dinner last night. So I assume you. So I left it over there for breakfast and sport. And there is like some cold pasta from last night. And you just look at it, and it's just like it's not the food. It's not the Indian food. There's not enough spice on it, and they've put a lot of vegan stuff in as well.
I thank you, Ray, thank you, love. Okay. Chalo, I'll go. Anyway, I'll have to go to the gym and then I'll shower there. So okay. And I just give him like a kiss on the cheek. Because like and I'm not even sure about that. I'm like, okay, and then like okay.
Yeah.
And I pet the
you
dog.
Like lean in
Bye Goldie, bye Tommy.
And there's like yeah. They're like going in, they're looking excited, and they like almost barrel you down as you like head out as your shuttle arrives. And and your husband just looks at the fact that you've left his vegan meatball pasta, vegan meatball spaghetti, and I'd gone off. And there's nothing more offensive to an Italian if someone does not appreciate their food.
I imagine so.
Feel, yeah. But yeah, your shuttle has arrived, and you are heading off to the private plane, and you two together. Also, if at any point a scene is stressful, let me know that you are marking one of your checkboxes.
Oh, we choose?
Yes, if you feel a scene has been stressful for you or your character, then mark it and let me know that you've marked it. Okay, so
I should already mark one.
Only if you thought that scene was stressful.
Let's see. I guess we'll see, relatively speaking, how this goes.
All right. So, time for roly poly. 6 and okay.
As Yogesh gets on the plane, you see that Simran code switches in instantly when she's around Yogesh. She's like, "What took you so long?"
Nothing, just bad. I didn't sleep very well.
Why are you not sleeping well?
Just the couch, like नींद नहीं आती है.
Why you sleep on the couch?
What's in your bag?
Files for work. I just took some of like the reports
you're supposed
from
to do
last
that,
week
yeah?
home. Reports. I just wanted to get a head start this week. The holidays are coming up.
Overachiever aa gaye sab.
I just want to get this done. It's been 7 years, Yogesh. We should have wrapped this by now. We've barely made a dent. Doesn't it freak you out? Like,
what is there to freak out? I mean, if no one's done it before, we haven't moved anything. That just means it's difficult.
Yes, but don't you want to crack? I don't know. Oh, just don't tell anybody.
I think there are bigger things to worry about than this one little thing, no?
Yeah. You guys.
I'm staring at just staring at the box of food. I'm like how I'm going to eat. It's fine. Do you want pasta?
Yeah, I'll have pasta. I forgot breakfast. I left in a hurry. I was gonna miss my.
Why did you leave in a hurry?
Just call with mom. My dad's not doing too well.
Take pasta. Take pasta.
If you want to not be friends and just be co-workers in the workplace, you can just say that. You don't have to
I've
be passive
literally been
aggressive.
saying that all the time. That this is a professional space, and I don't want to know about your mother and Pappu and whoever what the Gmail
Yeah, you know what,
conversation
Pappu?
was.
So we have this Zoom call tonight, right? And she's like stuffing her mouth with this vegan meatballs, and she's like, so this Pappu, right? He's this jobless junior college guy. He's studying commerce. Okay, first of all, who studies commerce anyway?
I mean, at least
And
he's not studying
and
arts, huh?
that's true. What a waste, honestly. And then she like takes another bite of like her meatballs, and she's like, "This is actually very good. It doesn't taste like meat at all. I mean, I'm vegetarian, so I wouldn't know." But what I was saying is, this guy, jobless, has nothing to do in his life, but I have to set up the Zoom call, okay, for this entire family. There's like 50 people. No, not 50 people. There's like at least 20, I think, who actually RSVP'd. So, why do I have to do it? It's fine. Thank you for the food.
I'll let Ray know that you liked it. But
Riri
actually,
is such a good cook, huh?
You actually liked it?
Yeah, you didn't? Wait, are you only giving me food because you don't like it?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, couldn't it be a little spicier? Like thoda masala, something.
I think I've just been here too long, so I've acclimated to these people's like flavor profiles. It doesn't bother
अरे
me.
मतलब ठीक है, बेसिल पेस्टो वाला बनाना है हर बार चलेगा, but like ठीक से ऑलिव ऑयल तो इस्तेमाल करो. मतलब what is this pointless sunflower stuff? मतलब इसमें sunflower कौन डालता है?
I mean, you see, you just tell him no. Next time he'll make it differently.
I know. You try tell an Italian to make pasta differently. See how that goes.
Wait, he's Italian? Do you see her face go?
You known me for 7 years. How do you not know this?
You said you wanted to be workplace professionals.
So I would have to stop hearing your shit. But you should know what my husband. What
I
kind
would
of
know
wife
if
my
you
husband
mentioned
is.
it to me before. Anyway, I'll wash the dabba and I'll send it back tomorrow.
Anyway, I'm taking it back today only. Otherwise, they'll be like, where is the dabba and everything?
Yeah, sure. You know that you're what's called. Usually, you go for 4 days and then you come back to LA.
So then save some for me. But I don't know. Maybe I'll need some later on. Who knows?
You guys are at basically a private part of the airport because you guys have this private chartered planes. You go to, and so you guys are there. You're getting prepared, and you guys notice that because of some problems with the weather, because some alerts, the flight is being like delayed. Looks like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. You guys doesn't look like you guys will get there before 2 in the afternoon, which is a little irritating. But then you guys get a message on your private work phone, classified special notification as it like the supervisor, Dr. Lee, is coming to Area 12 to come look at the cube. Don't worry, he'll be there to debrief you. He's just going to be checking out the cube about 12 p.m.
Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah, so like Dr. Lee is going to be checking out the cube, doing some of his own preliminary tests on it at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock? What time is it? Look at my phone.
It's about 9:30 because the delay, like I said, if you take the plane because of the delays, you reach there at about 2 p.m. And he was talking noon.
Tell him we are running tests right now and they cannot be interrupted.
Tell him that we discovered some odd activity with the protons and that we need to restart the LHC.
Yes. So it's going to take time. He has to come by 4. He can't come before that.
The minute you say odd activities, your phone starts ringing.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's not yours. His phone starts ringing because he wrote odd activities. Yogesh's phone. I said like,
hello,
and he's done a face call. He's like immediately this
older man, hello,
and he's like there. He's got his face right up. It's like, hello. It's like, you odd activity. You've discovered some activity from the Kilo Cube. Tell me everything immediately. And you see this like older
It is. It might not be any activity. It might just be the instruments malfunctioning. You don't know. Someone had slushy at night, and then suddenly the LHCs got slushy.
You've allowed slushies near the object kilo? Have you not?
We didn't allow anything. Why are you accusing me of everything right now? I just said that it might have happened. There might be nothing wrong. Let me go see first of all.
This is incredibly important. It's like, oh my god!
I know it's incredibly important. I've been doing this for 7 years now.
I've been working on this thing since it came from the moon. And you just see this man, he's just like hyperventilating, getting very excited. I gotta get there immediately. And he says, it sounds.
I grab the phone and I say, listen, sir, if you want us to do our jobs effectively, you're gonna have to come by 4 o'clock. We're running some tests right now to figure out if that was what happened, what went wrong, and until those are done, you will not be allowed to look at the object, and no one's going in. So please, like, don't make our lives difficult. You understand how these things go, right? 4 o'clock, not before then, please.
You can see like this frustration.
He's not Indian, right? I just want
to. Oh no, he's
he's not Indian.
He's Chinese.
Then I say that in a more.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's
my
Chinese American.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll find a better insult.
Yeah. That's all right. You could. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about his race. You could insult anything, and it'll be.
No, I know, but like I'd assume that it doesn't need to be about race. Good Lord, no. I was going to make it about. It's fine. This sounds way worse than it.
Yes.
Let's move on. Good Lord, wow.
I'm just going after those checkboxes.
I'm definitely marking one off. I'm already stressing about my relationship, and now this guy's on my case.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll mark one.
You guys have to, all right, but I want those reports about these oddities that you found. Emailed me as soon as possible.
Yes.
And then he's like,
the reports will be there once the tests are complete. That's what the tests are for.
You can see he's getting very impatient, like a child. He's like, yes, I said, oh, this could be good. Oh, this could be good. Finally, we'll find out about this. Oh, this could be good. This could be good. And remember, no slushies. No slushies anywhere near Area 12. That's the only one of the few things on the paper. And then he hangs up.
At the call, I hand the phone back and I say, I swear, it's like they don't understand the scientific process at all.
No, they understand, but they also have to report to their board. So then they keep putting on more and more pressure on us, and I don't care. I mean, they can do whatever they want. It's not like there are any other experts in this field. So
whatever, it's fine.
You have tenure, no? I have tenure. You also have tenure, no?
Yeah, of course. How do you think I'm paying for my father's? It's fine. Right, we're not supposed to talk about that. And you see her nostrils like flare for a moment. Turns away.
Okay, got it. So eventually you have given yourself some delay. You're able to get on the private plane, head over there, and you're able to make it to Area 12 about 2:30. You guys have got there with plenty of time. So yeah, the question is, what's it called? Of course, the lab is secret. There's a lot of stuff going on at Area 12. So basically, only you guys have the key. So the question is, how is Simran going to get the cube back in before people realize it's gone? Specifically, Dr. Yogesh from realizing it's not there.
What's the time?
2:30.
2:30.
Yeah, you have. And
it takes a while to get there.
Plain food.
Simran, you think cafeteria is still open? Yeah.
I think so.
I'll just go get some food. You get started, na?
That sounds good.
I will sneak off to the cafeteria.
Yeah, you're heading off. You don't go to the cafeteria in Area 12. You take a little. They're connecting little speed tunnels that have these super fast trains. So you're going down, and you're presumably heading to Area 10.
Area 10. I will quickly check myself in a reflection in the photo frame, adjust my glasses, sort of clean up my hair, straighten up my suit a bit more, mustache. I'll bring down whatever little facial hair I have in this particular version, and then I'll go in, and I'll be like, Olga, darling.
Oh, fuck that. X card. Where is my X
card? Oh no. I think I got a reaction out of myself now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, even chat is X card.
All right, I'll try to.
I have got to. I can't wait to look at chat later. I don't look at it now because
no, that's smart. Don't look at chat right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see cafeteria is mostly empty, so you've got to come to this like area near the kitchen, and you see this large Russian woman in her 50s. She's got her hair tied in a hair bun, nice and tight to stop the hair from getting into food. This long smock, just like coming down with all kinds of different spices, and you see this like huge winter like. Das, Yogesh, darling, you have come after so long. You're so late.
I was. But it's just there's stuff going on, but forget about all that now. You made my favorite thing.
Of course I have, and she just starts pulling out. Is your character vegetarian?
Is Yogesh vegetarian?
Is Yogesh vegetarian?
I think he eats anything.
Yeah. So she's going out and she's like pulling from like the pot cafeteria because they wouldn't serve this for most people in the cafeteria because American, except for the Texans, they don't like spice that much. So she brings out hot chili. She's got pork vindaloos. She's got different kinds of chicken, all kinds of things, and just like a large like four or five different kind of dishes. It's a massive feast, but you haven't eaten all morning, and clearly you didn't eat dinner.
I don't know what I would do without you because no one understands me like you do, and this is changing my life. I don't know how to tell. You know what? We're not going to say his name right now. I just want to enjoy this. Thank you, darling, for making this. What's the bill? What's the charge?
Oh, of course. There's no bill for you. There's no charge. And like her hand is on like your hand, and you're just like, come. And she's like, you're eating at this point, so she's like literally wiping away some of the chili off the side of your mouth. Like, it's fine. You can tell me anything. It's fine. I thought we were more than this was not just a business thing.
No, it isn't. But I look, it's not that.
Charge for love.
I know, but I mean, I can charge for the ingredients of love in this case, na? Like,
okay, sorry. Oh, is that?
Sorry, you were gonna say?
Yeah, no, say your thing.
I was like, look, the way you prepare the meatballs, with the masala you use, the chili flakes you add on top, and then like the sauce, it is so well simmered. No one makes me feel the way you do.
I just like to hear that, but whenever you bring up money, and you make me feel like a whore, just like a kitchen whore. I don't want to be just that to you.
No, you're not that. You're more than that. You're not just.
No, I
don't. Listen, I actually there is a inspection coming, so I need to go. But
food inspection. Media starts hiding.
No, not a food inspection. Listen, it's this food. It is saving my life, my marriage, but it's also ruining my marriage. But you know what? Don't worry about that. Listen, same time tomorrow.
Why don't we do it? We could perhaps do it in Area 12. Maybe I could bring something to your office.
Office, man. Is that allowed? Is that not too risky?
I think this is a little bit risk, and I find,
I know this
is a spice of life.
You when you say things like that, now like I forget that I have acidity. Okay, office where then? tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. See, and she's like, does again, horrible Russian voice, like, say, see you beta, and she's like, holds your, like, pats you on the cheek for a bit too long, and then just like takes the plates that you finished.
No, I don't like physical contact. Why do people keep touching? Okay. And I will take the food, like some of the food, and then just leave for my office.
By the time you're back, the cube is back in its place. I've set everything up. The cameras are back on. And I look over my shoulder and I was like, "What took you so long?"
Nothing. Why? I didn't take that long. I adjust like my shirt button as if like it's been undone.
I look over and I say, "You have sauce on your." And I turn back.
From blood. It's not sauce. It's blood.
Why are you bleeding? I get up and I run over. You can't get blood in this room. Go out, go out. You can't contaminate.
I forgot to shave now, so it's a shaving cut.
How can you forget to shave and then bleed from not having shaved?
I shaved. I came here and I shaved. It's fine. What is the setup telling us? Did you find anything to report today?
But I'm looking at it and it isn't showing any abnormal activities. I can't seem to recreate the flare up from yesterday. It might have been an equipment thing. But I can keep running some tests.
You realize that yesterday was the weekend. You guys are back home and shouldn't have access to the cube on the weekends. So you realize that, Yogesh, as she says that.
When weekend?
Huh? You look so just confused.
You said the.
Oh, I meant last week. Sorry. I just feel like. Yes. You know about the flare up. We were talking to.
I thought you were making stuff up just to keep him busy.
No, I was serious. I'm running. It was the end of last week. I just, honestly, Yogesh, I just feel like I go home and then like my brain just shuts down and like all I can think about is work. So I just feel like Friday was yesterday, Sorry, just my bad.
I'm the same. I go home and all I can think about is the food at work.
Okay. That's weirdly specific.
Is it? Okay, but you know what? You think about documents, nah? It's not that specific. Okay, forget I said anything.
Whatever. It's fine. No, it just like I was running those usual sort of like calibration tests every morning, and like something was off. These numbers were higher than whatever we usually average, and I tried to figure out what it could have been, but it was like this singular. And the only thing that was different was that it was the eclipse on Friday, but since then I haven't been able to.
What were the values? Show me the value reports again. I just need.
Yeah, and I pull open the sheet.
So I look at the value reports, like, and then compare it to like today. Why would the eclipse cause anything like this? That makes no sense.
But I don't know.
Listen, don't say this to anybody outside of here. India mein pata chala, then all of them will be like, see our reports are okay. What is it like? Vastu was right. Like, chalu ho jayega sab. Don't do this. Don't mention eclipses to anybody there.
Honestly, I feel like a little bit of Vastu in your house is not a bad thing. And she starts like going off about.
Listen, I will start. Where did you get your degree from? Show me the degree again.
I went to MIT. She's a grown person.
Acha, what? Mumbai Institute of Technology.
Listen, it's a very prestigious institution, okay?
If they let people with Vastu get through, then they can't be very prestigious. Okay?
Oh God, I just think it's like my mother, right? When we moved, like when my partner and we moved, she came over to our place and like she rearranged the kitchen. Now the kitchen is now next to the bathroom because she thinks that's the best. It's a whole thing. So I think I've just bought into it. It's like been drilled into my head. But you're right. You're right. You're right.
Maybe Eclipse named, but maybe it was something in the lab itself that was doing this. So
Did you bring slushies in on? You did, right? You got that order to go from Sonic.
what? No.
Sonic, which by the way is a custom slushy
Okay.
chain in America.
No, I mean, I needed a little bit to wash down the acidity after Olga's delicious, life-changing, life-altering food. But, other than that, it was...
You could just have like a pantacid or something. You don't.
No, but like, why put chemicals in your body, no?
You were just giving me shit up. It's fine. It's fine, Yogesh. It's fine. Why don't you do this? I think what we could do with Object Kilo is just move it out of its current sort of environment. I think it's been here too long. Let's change up the variable so that we see if there's anything new to be explored.
You want to try Pace's east side? We do some walkthrough with the Object Kilo?
Okay. That's funny, but that's not what I meant. I meant, why don't we take it out, like move it to a different facility, perhaps in a different environment than the one we're currently in. I feel like, anyway, it's just like also, let's change something.
No, great plan. Let me just write a letter. Dear President of the United States of America,
I'm not saying move it out of the country. I'm saying move it into... It's fine. You are insufferable. It's no wonder that... Sorry.
No wonder what? No wonder what? No, say na.
That was uncalled for. Yogesh, I apologize.
No.
What did Olga make for you today?
She made amazing varieties of meats, and they were all prepared and simmered in such fascinating ways that I thought...
Simmered in what?
Sauces. What else are they going to be simmered in?
Listen, like you...
I am a bit on edge, and you know what? I'm going to break my own rule over here. Ray and I are having some troubles. He notices that I skip dinner whenever I'm home. And, he's very touchy about these kind of things. He thinks that I have to eat every meal that he prepares. And so he is contemplating that. That thing we don't... that.
There's a lot of things we don't talk about.
Did you bring the documents with you? Or did you leave them at home?
No, I brought them with me.
I think you're asking me. The documents Yeah. I think that I probably intended to leave them at home and still landed up slipping them in my bag without realizing it. So they're still there with me, yeah.
Listen, I feel like food is such a... I mean, sorry. First of all, that's rough, buddy. I'm sorry. And she like leans over and awkwardly pats your shoulder and says, "Look, but do you want advice? Or you just want to vent?"
I mean, if you have advice, I'll listen. But no ask through.
No, listen. Ryan and I, we go to this couples counselor once a month, and it's been really helpful to just talk about, stuff back home, stuff that we are dealing with. Have you considered that? I feel like this is a solvable problem if you...
I don't know. You haven't tasted Ray's food.
I literally had his food this afternoon. Listen.
Yeah.
Food can be good and not be... What's a good point? I make a lot of fun.
No, you said you had it and you liked it, yeah?
I did.
So your taste buds, they all work?
Well, I actually, full disclosure, have a lot of food intolerances. I can't eat most foods. I can't have milk, bread, cheese. I'm lactose intolerant, gluten intolerant. Turns out like Indian kids grow up drinking a lot of milk, even though like a lot of us are intolerant, and like we just never, like we just have to deal with the pain. But it's anyway, I came here and Ryan was like, "Well, have you gotten it checked out?" And I did, and turns out I'm like, I can't eat capsicums, I can't eat tomatoes, I can't eat like, my God, most things. Honestly, it's a so Radius food is like right up my alley, honestly, because it's just it tastes almost like nothing, which is great. Like that's what works
So
for
you
me.
agree, it tastes like nothing.
So if
Matlab,
you
Yes,
want
but
to use
in a
the X
good.
card now, you can. If it's
no,
feeling
this isn't correct.
it's because-
Oh boy, just calling me out on
But
the internet like that. Love it. Uh,
um,
but
but listen, like what works for some people doesn't have to work for everybody, and I think Ray can be understanding of like there is a middle ground to be found, is what I'm saying. If you just explore said middle ground, I feel like getting divorced because you don't like their cooking is such an extreme.
I don't
It
want a
just,
divorce. He wants a divorce.
I mean, because obviously it means a lot to him, and maybe it represents a larger problem in your marriage. It's not about the food, it's about what the food represents. I don't know.
You
I
make a
didn't get
good
a
point.
degree in.
Are you sure you didn't get your doctorate in psychology?
No, I went to Mumbai Institute of Technology, not psychology. But it
If
just
they taught
seems
Vastu
obvious.
also, psychology bhi sikha diya hoga. It's all a flimsy
Listen,
arts only.
listen. How about I'll send you the number. Now you just talk. You just set up an appointment. You tell them that Simran Sodabottleopenerwala referred you, and
Almost got through that.
I just want to see that name entry. Love it. Okay. Okay. Send. You
okay.
WhatsApp it to me.
I've told you to stop using WhatsApp. My family group chat is on WhatsApp. She like goes off on a rant about her family as she gets back to work.
Ah,
Mhm.
we
Uh,
forgot about work
at around
entirely, but yeah.
Yeah, it's getting close to 4 p.m. and Dr. Lee is arriving within a few minutes. And you're going through the documents. You have, and you have a choice. You're like, what you're going to show. And in your documents, in like all the data, was the location of yesterday's experiment? Is it hidden from the documents? Is it hidden from the
Okay,
form?
so here's the timeline.
Yes.
The flare up happened on Friday. I took it home to examine it further. So the flare up happened in the facility. It's just that I ran additional testing, which is why I got so far in terms of like reports and results and like eliminating, possible options because I worked through the weekend, having taken the object home, if that makes
Got it.
sense.
Sure,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And Yogesh, did you say you had a slushy uh, before you came with Olga and then you came here?
From
Yeah.
Sonic.
Yes.
Great, perfect. That's what I like to hear.
I,
So yeah,
at this point I want Sonic to sponsor us, but go on.
sure. We'll take anything.
Yeah.
We'll take anything. Uh, at this moment, Dr. Lee arrives. He is to- he was a once tall scientist who looks who kind of has got that little like back shrinking thing, but he's still fairly tall. Almost, he's still about 6 foot, but he even with this like slumping motion, he's like spindly thin as he just like comes over, clean shaven, older man, and he just like comes in, he's like, oh, wait a new data, new data, and he's like coming in there with his like little stuff. He's like got several assistants, all shorter than him, all got sunglasses on, like Secret Service, but dressed like
Before
lab
you
assistants.
come in,
Mhm.
I point at the sort of like foot gloves and the surgical cap, and please
Yeah,
put those
the
on.
they have and they help him get his foot into these things, get it onto his like footy things, put it on him. They put a plastic cover over the cane, the bottom of the cane, so it doesn't drag anything in. And just like, do you want him to wear a mask as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What are
Wrapped
we
it on the
heathens?
head. They put on their masks, and it's like
Over the nose
it's
and
just
cinch the top.
like, and it's like, it's like that damn, worse than the N95s. He like comes in, goes, he's just like bringing these out. It's like, so the flare ups.
Yeah,
What have you
and
got to
I
show
sort
me?
of I have him sort of like lean. I'm like, yeah, look at this, and I'll like pull up the reports, and like it's this sort of like just a bunch of numbers on the screen that like make sense to me and the doctor. And I say, so as you can see here, the only real change in what's the word? Uh, the only real change was that it was the eclipse, and nothing else has been the same. Yogesh got some like slushies into this room, which he's not supposed to, but we ruled that out already.
It's like, you brought slushy into this
We
room?
went,
Where?
look, just look. We ruled it out. Here are the numbers, right? Like the machinery was fine, and it's not the problem.
You look at the data. The data's all there. Are you? Is the cube visible? Is the cube visible? Or is the cube hidden?
So the cube is like right now in this like circular structure in the middle of the room. And usually when we're running tests, we have like steel sort of like walls that go over the glass panels. And once testing ends, that's when the sort of like steel walls come down because you can't have any like exterior light coming in. So it has to be a very stable environment. Otherwise, the Golgi body count will go down.
Got it.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So are the walls down now?
I press a few buttons and the walls like come down, and there's like a little bit of steam that releases from the bottom.
Okay, so the cube is not visible at this point. It is hidden by the steel.
It is.
Right?
It is. I will pull it down now because the test ended.
You pull it down. He looks at the data as the steam comes out. It's like, interesting. Okay, the eclipse. No, haven't had any movement. Maybe it is based on the movements of the moon. Only if there was a form of science that worked, that combined the movement of the celestial bodies with science itself, but such a thing is impossible. I was like, see, we could use that as an example. We'll have to start from nothing.
There is. I look at Yogesh and I'm like, actually, never mind.
It's I mean, say
no, you could.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry.
Are you an expert in some form of science that could help with this?
We could explore it. There is this. I don't know if you've heard about astrology. It's widely considered not scientifically like accurate, or it's mostly just like mumbo jumbo. But I mean, where does all of this come from? Like maybe there is some level of truth to it. Maybe it's just humans trying to find patterns and things. I mean, if it seems like a possible starting point, then starting from scratch, because like I'm pretty sure Mercury's in retrograde right now, so that might have sorry, I look at Yogesh and I'm like, so just ignore I said that. Okay, ignore I said that.
Retrograde is the name of the slushy I'm having. You're telling me that the slushy
you have a slushy in the room right now?
I'm not anywhere near the item. We are fine over here. What, you don't think scientists need to drink? Yeah.
And he's like, he looks horrified, and then he like turns to his sister like, how did he know about what's happening to Mercury? I thought the holograms were working. I think that's a different thing entirely. I said, right. They said retrograde. I said, oh, right, okay, fair enough. I said, like, no, that's on the document. You're not supposed to bring a slushy into Area 12. Okay. And then he says, like, as you like look at, it's like, and that's why. And you look at the cube. The cube is blue. You've never seen it turn blue before. You've never seen it turn any color before.
Simran, that's not the color the cube is, na?
No, it's gray. It's gray.
Mm-hmm.
Blue.
Okay, why don't we all step out and you see like Simran just press a few buttons on a keyboard and like start like monitoring the vitals of the cube. Just like
I need to know what the Mysonium values on this thing are. Let me go just see that.
Mm-hmm.
You say that look, if you know this, why is this not documented? Why is this the first time?
It is on the document. Do not bring slushies into Area 10.
Okay, everybody calm down. Listen, calm down. Slushy or no slushy, right now we have a blue object on our hands that should be gray. It has not done anything like this ever before. So everyone just stay exactly where you are. I don't know.
It's obviously done this before because it's in the document.
Okay.
Wait.
My point is why if something happens to the cube when a new thing is introduced, that should be in the doc. You can't just say don't do this if you know that. Honestly, Where did you get a degree from?
Is it MIT?
Bola, I tell you, all of these MIT idiots are the worst. Listen, all of you need to go to Penn State or Harvard, okay? Everything else is tutty.
Harvard's overrated, except their law. It's fine. I got in, but I couldn't afford it. Look, we need to figure out why this is happening. Do you know? Yeah, as we're moving,
he's like getting people to initiate quarantine. Yogesh is still there, I think, because you wanted to look at the potassium levels or the
mysonium levels, but I also want. I'm now wondering if there's some bulky bodies that have come into this thing.
Yeah, you're examining both of them, and he said, look, all we know is one time someone brought a sushi in, it turned blue, and then 12 years later, the people working on it died.
That should be in the document. Simran is right. I can't believe it. I'm saying it. Simran is right. Why did you put that? You just said don't blink sushi. You didn't tell your chief scientist that people died when there was a blue clue.
Who are you calling a cheap scientist?
Chief scientist. Chief.
Oh yes, that is my position. Thank you.
Well, that's because it's classified.
It shouldn't be classified from the people working on it.
These are important information. We were not really sure what was going on. We knew it turned blue, and now we are almost certain they died of natural causes because of the cube.
That makes no sense at all. What are you talking? Do they have post-mortem reports on file for these people?
Yes.
Also, Yogesh, get out of the room. We're going to die in 12 years, apparently.
I have 12 years. That's a long time. I don't know if I want to even live through today, the way everything is going.
And you see Simran turn around and be like, oh, fair point.
Yeah.
Maybe I should linger for a bit longer.
Yeah, so you're checking out the mysonium levels, you're checking out other things. What are you expecting? Are you expecting, as you're trying to check out, what are you looking for specifically? Are you looking for temperature? I think, explain it to me in English, because I am not as smart as I pretend to be. And I pretend to be quite
Side note, I'm marking a stress because
yes, please do. And just for my records, Shubham, how many stress boxes do you have?
I'm now at 2 because I agree with in Simran / Indrani here that this is the second stress point. So 2 for me.
For me as well.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, 2 stresses. So, what's it called? Yeah, go.
Did we lose a Shubham?
No, Shubham's here.
Oh no, Shubham's here. He just disappeared on my screen for a second. Sorry, continue.
It's exposure to the cube. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
it's 12 years have passed by.
God dang it. You're looking for what are you looking for exactly? And explain it to me like I'm as dumb as I actually am.
Okay. Then I turned to Simran put your MIT degree to use.
I can't just. I can only hypothesize.
Indrani, your audio is gone.
Oh, my audio is gone.
I can hear.
Seems like it's coming through.
I can't hear. That's whoa.
Can chat hear?
Dude, the cube, you guys.
The cube is affecting OBS.
Reality.
The cube is
okay. So apparently, Indrani, you are say something.
I am saying something.
Okay, yeah, your audio is back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, cube is actually killing us. Fine.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The cube also needs to. Yeah, no one subscribes while the cube is on channel. Then that's also on the list. It's also on the paper.
Wow,
Dangerous
these
cube.
are the tactics, huh?
Exactly. The paper says, the cube says you must like and subscribe. No. So, looking at the cube, you're hypothesizing something. You said you were trying to what data? First of all, Yogesh, before you ask, what data were you looking for? What kind of information are you trying to get off the blue cube?
Currently trying to study the meconium values, also the Golgi, the presence of Golgi bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at it, looking at all the information, and you just all the data. Nothing's changed, but something has to have changed because it went blue, and you're like, it can't have just done something. It had to have done something.
I point to one of the slack lackeys with just the sunglasses and all that, and I'm like, hold this.
What are you telling him to hold?
The slushy. Now walk outside. Leave the room. Does it change anything?
He walks out of the room. He goes down like a corridor, and like you see and you see Dr. Lee like motion for someone to walk after him. You look at it. They've gone off somewhere you can't see. They look at the cube. Still blue. And you're like, doesn't seem any change. You hear the sound of a gunshot, and the cube turns back to normal. And the guy who didn't have a slushy walks back, just like putting his gun away.
What was that sound?
I didn't hear anything, Dr. Lee says. And all the other guys just like also say, we had nothing. As well as the man who put his gun away. There was no sound. There was no slushy.
I look at Yogesh.
So where is my slushy?
There was no slushy.
Right. There was no slushy. I look at Yogesh with like a very intent, like there is no war in Basing Say face,
But
there was no slushy, Yogesh. We should get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
I have something to do with Area 10 anyway. So I'll go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, we are under quarantine protocols, so mask up, and also, if anyone feels any kind of natural causes, please alert. Please alert the infirmary and our chief medical officer. And he points at the guy who put his gun away, and he nods at you.
Sorry. Okay. Well, can we get the post-mortem reports of the people who died 12 years after the first exposure?
Yeah, of course. We will send it. We'll Slack it to you straight away.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think doctor, your medical equipment shouldn't be allowed in this room just for safety purposes.
Are you talking to the chief medical
the guy
officer?
the shot, the guy who shot.
He said like, yeah. He had left the room. He'd gone somewhere else, and he said, "Of course, yes, of course, understandable."
I am suddenly craving a lot of Italian food. Huh?
I know. Right.
Oh, okay.
Keep up the great work. And just like Dr. Lee gives a thumbs up, and he says, "I expect great things." And he walks out of there. We'll step in, a spry in his step. And his
I
followers got him.
Take my phone and I hold it very close to my chest, and I open Signal, which I know I forced Yogesh to download, even though he never uses it, and I'm probably his only contact on Signal. And I send him a message and I say, "Don't fucking say a word."
I send back the zipper emoji.
Put my phone away. Like, just a normal.
Yeah. We should recalibrate the hippocampus.
Yes, we should do that.
Okay. Cut away a little bit. Cut away from that to much later. It's about nighttime. You guys have been allowed back into your dormitory. It is like shared dormitory, but you guys have single rooms, but your rooms are next to each other. In case you want to like chat or anything. You guys have each like received the information on Slack about the bodies, and the courses have been listed as natural. But that's the weird thing. It says natural, and then just like as it says like bodies that it just like body stop functioning at these times, and it's like every other. They all seem like various reasons, like heart stopped, all these kind of things, except they all stopped at within a 14th of a second of each other on like the same day. And there were four bodies, 2 scientists, cafeteria worker, and a janitor.
Okay, say that again. 2 scientists and a cafeteria worker.
2 scientists, a cafeteria worker, and a janitor.
Janitor.
Yeah. All their names have been classified.
Classified names. What was the time duration you said they died in?
About a 14th of a second of each other. They all died at around about 14 minutes past 11 in the morning.
What was the day of death? Or rather,
day of death, 1992, November 6th.
Interesting.
What day is it today?
2022, 14th of December.
Okay, I'm going to quickly pull up my phone and check the... see, I'm actually looking for if their deaths were reported on the day of their death.
Looking at it, like some of them weren't working at the facility when they died. Janitor was, the 2 scientists had left, cafeteria worker was still working there. Actually, no, one of the scientists was no longer part of the institute, so he died outside the facility, but the others had died at the facility. But their deaths, well, I mean, this is the information you've been given. It looks accurate. One of them is a police file rather than like an internal medical review, like from a morgue, the scientist who was from outside, but his name has been classified, or her name. Again, gender has also been classified.
Question, in passing, almost subconsciously want to see what the position of the stars was on that day. Was it an eclipse?
You mean the position of the moon?
Well, yes, and the star. The sun is a star, and the eclipse is part of it. Involves the sun.
Looking at it, it was an eclipse.
I forward all of these observations to Dr. Simran.
I react with the thumbs up emoji. And then I unreact, and then I react again with the right skin tone.
Sure.
On my end, I'm looking at the... So given what Dr. Yogesh Patel has shared with me, I am going to try look into the history of the organization that we work for, right? The corporation that we work for. I'm assuming it's a private corporation and not a government-funded research thingy. This is privately funded.
It's one of those things where it's like not on the government books. It's like it could be like it seems to be, as far as you can tell, a private company doing government work. Sort of like they can have that deniability thing. So some of the people act like it's private, other of them have, but it has like that intense security. But it does seem like an odd mix of that kind of thing, which is why they can get away with classifying a literal police file.
Yeah.
But it's like that weird mix. But as far as you can tell, it is private.
Right.
But you know it as the company.
Yeah. Can I look at who the the medical chief.
Hmm?
Do I find
Oh
any like company records about this person?
no, this
Or
person did
like
it for the three ones who died in the facility. Their name was also classified as in they work for it. But there is like one for the you know the person who worked in the morgue in LA. Like their name is there
in
because that
Las
hasn't been
Vegas?
classified in Las Vegas. Yeah, the person died in Las Vegas.
LV. Um, I
Yeah, yeah. The morgue doctor. Their name is Dr. Patricia Morgan.
Dr. Patricia Morgan. Um, I I share Dr. Patricia Morgan's contact information with Yogesh and I say, do you think we should pay her a visit?
Yeah. But if we go,
After work?
but if we go, do you think you'll let us go?
I mean, we're going home. She's in Las Vegas.
We could ask
You
someone
guys are
else to go.
you guys are going home in 3 days.
Yeah. What do we do for 3 days?
You just have to pretend nothing. You saw what that was, right? They used the same thing I saw.
The cube or what happened during that?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I heard it. I'm still trying to
Right.
process that I heard it. I'm not processing it very well.
Do you think we're in danger?
Not if we behave.
But this is not
This is not
out
right.
of yeah. Out of curiosity, did the person who died today was a janitor?
No, the person who died was one of the assistants who had come in with him, the ones in lab coats and like Secret Service glasses.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
if they can just dispose of their own like this, then I mean, who's to say? What
Um,
if we?
what if we?
No, no, no. Let's talk. It's fine. Let's talk about this afterwards. For now, what should we do?
Sleep?
How are you supposed to sleep after that?
What else can we do?
That's a good point. I have a Zoom call with my family actually, so
Tell them you love them. Otherwise, see, 12 years seems like a very long time, no?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get some
You
rest.
yeah, you've got like a fairly it's about uh 7 a.m. Las Vegas time. Well, you guys are Nevada time. When they want to do the call, which is about 8:30 Indian time. So, yeah, are you going to go on
I
the call?
I mean, I have a green screen background setup, which makes it look like I'm in my own house. So like I have just this little cloth thing that I brought to work so that I can put that as my background during these family Zoom calls, so that they don't realize that I'm actually at work. Um,
Sure. Yeah. Do you do anything to like hide the fact from work that you are, you know, doing a Zoom call with a bunch of other people outside the facility, or you're like
I
you've got
probably got
permission from this?
clearance for this. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of paperwork, but you do it because it's family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
it's
do
almost
what I
certainly
sacrifice
monitored.
for them.
Yeah, it's almost certain. It's probably monitored because, of
Yeah.
course, it is data. Yeah, you're not hiding it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go in, and you see bunch of the Zoom names are coming in. You see like aunties and uncles you haven't seen. And you see Bapu is there as well,
Yeah.
and he's just like that. And he's lying back. He's got his background making it look like, he's at the beach, like he does every time. It's like, oh, he just catch me on vacation, and he's got a kingfisher.
I just roll my eyes and I'm like, no, auntie, I can hear you. No, I can hear you. You don't have to speak that loudly. It's okay. No, auntie, you are fine. No, you need to unmute. If you look down on the bottom left of your screen, there should be a little microphone button with a red line across it.
Wait,
If you just
I'm right there. I see it, and now it's flipped,
on
and
your
now it's
screen.
Is this? But on me, can you hear me now?
You turned your camera. It's fine. Okay, one at a time. All right. Pallavi auntie, just wait. All right. I'll come to you in a second. Seher auntie, why don't we start with you? Okay.
You're going through them all of them one individually. That same thing you did last month, having to like.
Raya auntie, you don't need to yell. Just you can speak at your normal tone. Your voice.
But you're so far away. How else will you hear me?
I just.
I love your earrings.
Thank you. I brought. It's fine. Okay. And I just like keep going through the motion of like getting everybody's audio right.
I usually would hate these calls because they would keep me up as they're in the room next to me. But this time I find them comforting as I just listen to them and I'm like, let them carry on.
Yeah. All of them are like, hey, auntie, uncle, papu is there. Your mom and dad are not in the Zoom call.
That's weird. My dad wanted to set this up. I call them on my phone. I'm like just trying to get in touch, and I send like a WhatsApp message saying, "Where are you?" ?
Yeah. You send a message. One tick, and it's like I've seen like send a bunch of like they're all just get like
not
one
being
tick.
delivered.
They're not being delivered.
Randy, can you call my mother and ask her where they are? I can't seem to get in touch. My Wi-Fi is a bit shoddy.
Let me just try and get out because she's doing this on her phone. Hold on, and she's just like does this. So you see her ear as it just like goes up to her ear. She's like doing this call, trying to like do that. So like, hello. It's not ringing. Here it is. And then she's like, yes. Oh. Okay, good. Finally. Didi, we finally managed to get through to you. Oh, you're not here for the call. You wanted to get in one, and also you haven't done the kit. Oh, right. Oh, right now. Oh, this isn't. Yeah, of course. He's dead. Oh, okay. No, of course.
Sorry, did you say he?
Of course. We'll be right there. She's like, and she starts immediately speaking, and like, everyone's like looking alarmed, everything like, we've got to go. Everyone, Babu, and she like yells up and like pulls across from the other side. Pulls his ear off.
What happened? What did my mother say?
I said like we need to get. Need to head to.
What happened? What
happened? We need to head to Beach Candy Hospital. Right now. Everyone.
What happened?
Go with it. People are starting to hang up on their lines. People are like, disappearing. People are like going. Oh no, of course. And there's like signs. They're like closing each one by one. All of the like Zooms are like going there as like everyone's like logging off until you're the only one left in the Zoom call.
You hear a voice on your door, like, Simran, Dr. Simran, everything okay?
I hang up the call and I open the door and I'm like, I need to get in touch with my family. I can't seem to get a message across to them. Oh God, it's gonna take.
No, I'll call. Give me the number. I'll try.
Yeah, and I give my contact details to Yogesh. I swear she said he's dead or something. I just heard. I swear I heard that. I don't.
No, he probably said that he's led or something. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. Hello? I tried to call. I actually dialed the number. Doesn't even pick up.
Which numbers did you give him? Did you give him your mum, your dad's, Papu's? Who did you give?
I gave him Papu's number because I'm sure Papu will pick up. Papu's jobless like that.
Papu just like picks up and he says like, huh? Yes. Yeah, I can talk. It sounds like he's
grab the phone.
Writing. Yeah, it sounds like he's writing.
Papu, what happened? What happened? Did something happen to Dad? What's going on?
They had to move. Your dad to the hospital. To Beach County Hospital.
Yeah, what happened though?
You know, he has problems like breathing, a problem with his lungs, and so they're like,
right.
He stopped breathing for a bit. They had to take him to the hospital. We're going to find out how bad it is.
Okay.
They didn't tell you?
Can you? No, she just. It's fine. It's not. Doesn't. I can't get in touch with them. Can you please keep sending updates? Can I trust you with this?
Yeah, of course. Oh! And he's like scooter, just like
okay.
Fucking asshole. The pavement is made for scooters.
Focus.
Of course.
When you get to the hospital, can you tell my mother to call you back? Call back on this number that I'm calling you from.
Sure. Yeah, of course. I'll keep you updated. And yeah, Key. So I'll talk to you later. And he like says bye, and then gives you like a thumbs up with the appropriate color of him at the Beach County Hospital. As it's like just waiting.
Yeah. I hang up, and I'm like, I need to go home. I can't. I need an early day out.
Do I know, Jim? Do I know how hard the rules are around thieving?
This is a secure facility. You are allowed to come. You come in, and then you spend 4 days, and then the shuttle comes to take you away. There is otherwise no way to leave the facility.
Like Dr. Simran, wait. How are you getting home?
Well, they can call, and what do they do in emergencies? Something they must have a protocol in place, right? If they can write about the slushy, they can write about this, obviously.
So I'm sure they have something, but now imagine. I know you're worried. And we'll try to solve this. Just hear me out. You know what happened earlier today. Now imagine if suddenly we are like, "Nee, we need to go." You are not going anywhere that quickly, but we will figure something out. We'll go together. Na? We'll go together. We'll fight. We'll get a video call to wherever your parents are. We'll get it, na?
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. Right. I should tell oh my god, I should tell, and then I like start calling my own husband and try to like get in touch with him so that at least he can handle things while I'm away.
Yeah. He picks up. He's like, yeah, what's up?
Look, I think Dad's in the hospital. He stopped breathing and just.
Oh, shit.
I'm stuck here for 3 more days. They're not gonna let me out. I need you to take care of this, okay? And just keep me updated, please. Just.
Sure.
I told Papu, but I really don't trust him to like. You have to keep following up with him, okay? He won't.
Yeah, I'll follow up. I'll make sure everything's there. Do you want me to fly there?
Yeah, you know what? And she pauses for a moment and thinks of like the fact that somebody got shot today. And she's like, yeah, go. You should go.
Yeah, stay there only.
Yeah, just don't book a return flight. I'll tell you. Just stay there. I'll come join you as soon as I can.
Sure. Okay. Definitely. Don't worry about it. Okay. Everything's gonna be all right.
Right. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love you too. Don't worry. Soda bottle waters are strong.
It's Soda Bottleopenerwala, babe. It's been 5 years. And I hang up.
Yes, you took my name, Openwala.
Oh God, that's
you took a knife.
That's the worst.
I hate it.
It's terrible.
And he hangs up. Yeah. You get 2 notifications. One is that, soon after he had bought himself a ticket, which, comes in because you get notification about this kind of stuff. And another one, which is a Slack notification that both of you get. The chief medical officer wants to meet you too. Just meeting him in his office.
Okay. As we are going there, because Dr. Simran, we are going, na? We can't ignore this. Or are we ignoring this?
Yeah. This is a new scene. So remember, you can, if you feel that scene has been
Simran's definitely, I'm marking another one. That's 3.
Sure. Yeah.
Are we
Wait,
going?
wait. Yeah, we should go.
We can tell
Should
that
we
you're
take
very
something
sick.
to should we take something to protect ourselves?
Like what? We have a ballpoint pen and a calculator.
Pencils are very effective. Have you not seen that movie with that white guy?
Do I look
Long
like
hair.
that white guy?
No, but
The
pencil.
last
Let's
time
just
I
take
did master class, it was PE class in school. Okay.
God. It's she like grabs like a few sharpened pencils and like stuff shoves them in her pocket.
Don't sit
Let's
on
try.
them. You hurt yourself. Uh,
I know it only happened once. You don't have to remind me every time.
listen. Okay. I'm calling up Ray Ray, but while I'm doing that, I'm like, listen. What's it? We go into the medical officer. Medical officers can give you medical leaves.
Didn't seem like a medical officer, Yogesh. He seems like a guy who shot people.
Right? You want to try or not try?
Fine.
Don't have any
Fine.
options here. Otherwise, you use a pencil.
Just
You use a
take a
pencil.
pencil. Just hold on to a pencil.
I take a pencil.
And I
I'm
like
like, two
put
भी
one
होगी.
pencil in.
6 भी तो रखते हैं.
Yeah.
Show the
And
point.
I call up Ray Ray.
Yeah. Ray picks up. Something like, yeah. It's like everything all right? You don't usually call me from work.
Yeah. How are Goldie and Tommy?
Huh? Oh, they're fine. They're play fighting. Goldie is of course winning. He said, pointing at the Chihuahua.
Of course.
Well, you can't
No,
see them
she's
point because this is a voice call. Yeah.
no, she's a ferocious one. Listen, you made more dinner.
For yes. I mean, for myself.
Oh no, you made it now. You had food.
Yes, I've eaten.
Okay, good.
Is what's going on?
Nothing's going on. I just wanted to know if you had done.
As you would say, why have you become so senti?
I mean, nothing. I'm not being sent. Hey, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I have the papers here now. But
Oh.
I was talking to. Now, don't get angry. I was talking to Dr. Simran,
Mm-hmm.
and Dr. Simran
Why would
suggests.
he get angry? Just like looks over and
Was
mumbles
that
at
Hey, you
everyone.
focus on your pencil, taekwondo, na?
Yeah, was that in between? Was that in between bites?
Uh, no, she. I don't. No, it was no. Listen, darling, listen. Uh, so I'm saying ki she suggested we do couples therapy. What do you think? I'm willing to try if you.
I I don't. Maybe when you get back, are you really going to try?
Okay. Are you going to insist on putting oregano and everything?
Looks like she's like, are you really? Now's the time to make.
No,
What do you have
I'll,
against
I'll try.
oregano?
I'll try. I swear, I'll try.
My family have been putting oregano from my
I,
grandmother to my great grandmother.
I know your family comes
You
from
should
the
be
great part
grateful
of
for my
Oregon.
oregano.
I know your great family comes from Oregon. I get it. I'm sorry. That was a bad.
We are not. We
I,
are from Sicily.
I said, I'm joking. I'm joking, Daddy. Please listen. I'll come. I'll come to therapy. I'll listen. I will. I will. I'll try.
Okay. All right. Good. I'll try then too. I'll arrange. Shall I arrange the person? Or?
I trust you. You find whoever you are comfortable with.
Okay.
And I promise when I come back, first day I'm back, we go.
Also, hello. She's like says very loudly, I'm happily married, okay?
Oh yeah. And she's like, oh, is that Dr. Simran? Why is she shouting?
She's just very loud. You ignore now. Ignore.
All right. Okay, I guess we'll do it then. I'll make the arrangement.
And that is all I have to tell you. There is nothing more I'm hiding, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.
Suspicious. And then you hang. All right.
You've never lied to people, have you?
What? Of course I have.
Great.
Okay, with that
I'm going to
statement,
give myself a third stress point for that particular one.
Sure, that makes sense. Are you going to go see the chief medical officer?
Yeah, armed with pencils.
Yes. Sure. You go to the chief medical officer's room. It's like further down.
Has taught me anything is that pencils are weapons of mass destruction. Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. As you're like going in and passing down, you see the corridor where the person had like gone down with the slushy and never come back in. It's pristine. Like, and that stands out because like some of this place is a little grungy, like places that got sanitizing. That this place is pristine and there's no sign of the body or slushy. As you guys are like heading down there, if anything, it's a slightly different shade because they've been cleaned so much. It looks different on the rest of the paint. As you guys head down to the chief medical officer's room, it is basically taking place in the infirmary, and you have met the doctor in charge of the infirmary before. That's not who's waiting for you. That doctor is like a very friendly, jovial chap. You see instead, now in doctor's scrubs and a lab coat instead of just that lab coat, wearing his sunglasses, you see the CMO, the chief medical officer from before, and he's there. He's got a clipboard and his own very sharp pencil, and he looks at you guys. They're like, excellent, both of you have arrived. Wonderful. I've just come in to do a check on you guys to see how you are dealing with as the first day of quarantine. So, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Great. How long does quarantine last?
We'll just have to be doing some checks. But if everything goes according to plan, you guys should be able to leave as normal in 3 days, as you would normally.
Sorry, what is the plan?
The plan?
You just said if everything goes according to plan.
Well, we're testing for any changes, any odd occurrences, making sure there's no more perhaps odd exposures from Object Kilo.
I'm sure they'll check if you've been affected by Myconium or Golgi bodies or the hippocampus is all right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. This is good. Now then, so.
Hey, doctor, one thing. Sorry, just one thing before you carry on. So,
sure.
How long do the tests take?
The tests we'll be doing regularly at different points during the next few days. Everything should be fine. Now,
can they be done
feeling
remotely?
Like a little? These are medical examinations for the most part. Some of it is discussion. Would you like to do? Why are you asking that?
He's asking because so I have obviously my parents are on my medical insurance, which is from my company. So they probably know that I've been hemorrhaging their money for medical stuff. My father, he's hospitalized. He's back in India. I need to fly back as soon as possible.
Oh, we're aware. Yeah, of course. We're aware.
Right. The Zoom call, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I frown. Why does the chief medical officer monitor my Zoom call?
Well, as you are well aware, your insurance is connected to work. So we are aware when sudden increases in charges happen, and we are aware of the details. because of our
Right.
branch in Mumbai. So we know how anything may have affected any of your family members.
Yeah. So I was just wondering if I could go sometime soon. I know it's hard, and I know it just, you understand, right? Family.
Mhm. He says, of course, with the stone cold voice of someone who definitely does not. Yeah. And it's
Great.
just like, I see how important family is. And at the company, we also like to consider all of you as our family. And so we would care for you as you would care for your family, and vice versa. I'm sure you're aware. We would do anything for family.
Okay, then.
I said, good. So that is why, as you are a valued member of the company and doing such great important work, as part of the insurance, we will be making sure that the best medical professionals are looking after your father as soon as they can make their way to Mumbai.
No, no, no. We don't need. He has.
Oh, you you don't want the best medical professionals looking after your father?
I don't know. Do they wield guns? Sorry. I.
That's so funny. That
Temperature
is a
guns,
funny joke.
temperature guns. Do they wield temperature guns? That's what she's talking about.
That is so funny. Oh, I should get out mine. He like reaches down into his back where you'd seen him put his gun before
My
and pulls
hand
out a
go in
temperature
my.
gun. It's like, yes.
Oh,
They do look like guns, don't they?
I just let me write down the address and everything. Dr. Simran's obviously very stressed. I'll just write it down. I'll take the 2B pencil and just write it down on the piece of paper.
What address?
I'll write down like vaguely accurate. I'm trying my best to remember what she said, so I'm not faking it. And I'm like, I'm using this notepad is not working. Do you have anything over there I can use? Like, and I just move towards their side of the table if I can.
I mean,
My side of the table, or.
No, the doctor's
yeah,
side of the table.
Chief Medical Officer is like, yeah, by all means, please walk freely.
Okay. And I'm just looking. It's like, there you go. Now I'm writing it. So it is. What did you say, Doctor Sabi? Breach Candy Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I start
I
giving
never
the
said
address.
that. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
We already know where you do not need to write us. We are aware where your father is.
Oh, you already know. Alright, see, he's such a great man. He already knows. And then I just put my arm on his shoulder, patting him. Like, see, he already knows everything. Why we don't need to tell him? Dr. Simran, you're worried for
I
nothing.
hold his hand and.
No, I'm putting it on his on the
Acha.
Dr. Lee's shoulder.
This isn't Dr. Lee. This is one of his assistants.
The one of
who
the
has never learned their name and has not offered.
So I'd be like, he's such a great man. He knows everything. He will take care of your father. No, you don't need to worry at all. So then we are great. Then all we need to do is do the testing, and then
Yes.
after 3 days done, we will be done, and then we can go home, right?
Yes. Let's
Of course. That is how it should be for all employees. Yeah.
And question: are there any are because I remember reading in the manual that during lockdowns they increase security, but like, do the codes remain the same? So that seems like a security flaw. I would recommend you change the codes otherwise.
Well, the lab codes are specific to you, but for example, the codes to the underground have been sealed off, so there will be no transferring between the different areas. For example, area 10 or area 12, there will be no connection between the two, just as a random example. And besides that, so we will be a little bit more secure.
And what about going
more
up?
passwords we said. Up?
Like outside?
There isn't much outside. We are in the middle of the desert, but of course, security is keeping more people in.
But you thought you will be fine. You will be fine.
Yes. Are you worried for your security, or are you looking for fresh air?
No, I'm worried that I am very pedantic, so I like to double check security measures, and I don't want there to be any lapses.
Of course. I love your sense of security. Your
desire to be safe. I will hold the 2B pencil at the back of his neck. I'm like, see, a security lapse like this, like allowing me to carry a dangerous virus out of the lab that I can now possibly inject you with.
Yeah, of course. That would be very insane.
Yeah, I'm saying this as I hold the 2B pencil up to his neck, pretending that it's an injection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That
it
would
looks
be very.
Yes, it would be. It'd be.
I run over and like from that bag in which he pulled the gun out from, I grab the gun.
Okay.
Do you mean the temperature gun?
No, the actual gun if it's in there.
Okay. So you're like going around like as you're a little distracted, and you're like running into his bag, and you pull out. Yes, there is a small there is a Glock in here.
A small.
Have you ever held it? Have you ever held one before?
Oh, when I was new to America, I was like, oh, I wonder what the big deal is. So I went to a shooting range once and I was like, never again. But yes.
Yeah. It feels heavy. And from your limited experience of one time, you think it's loaded, or it could just be very heavy. Because like guns are heavier than you expect. He looks down and he says like, yes.
Are we in danger? Look, we don't want to do this, but
you're the one holding the gun.
You shot someone this morning and then pretended nothing was wrong. What's going on? And now we're locked in here with you.
Yeah, he looks at you confused, like, shot somebody. I'm the chief medical officer.
Those things are not mutually exclusive.
As a chief, would you expect a chief medical officer to violate the Hippocratic Oath? I don't understand your concern.
Doctor, what is your name? I forgot your name.
I never gave it.
But
give
that's
it
a good
now.
point. Give it now.
Dr. Oakley.
Where have I heard that name? What was the name of the other person? Octavia.
Patricia Morgan?
No, Patricia Morgan. Okay, yeah, completely different. Never mind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Dr. Oakley,
mm-hmm.
let's just resolve this. You know what? Dr. Simran, I think you want to resign, no? You're done with this job.
Yeah. I'll look. Let me just let us.
I'm also giving in my tenure. Chalo.
Okay, I understand. I presume you're looking for a way out then?
Yes.
And if I tell you the way out, you will not stab me with a number 2 or shoot me?
Yes.
So you do know it's a number 2.
There is. Of course. That's the best kind.
Okay, but then you've also seen John Wick, no?
Oh, yes, of course. He's great. He's in a fantastic... Oh, you mean the movies? Yes. They're completely fictional movies, definitely. Yes, they're great.
Okay.
Yes.
And I press the pencil a bit more. Like, chalo, tell us where to go.
In my lower right pocket, there is keys. There's a key. You press down on the button attached to the key fob, and if you go on top to the roof, there'll be a helicopter waiting. And
there is a helicopter
on the roof.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
I mean, the helicopter is only for emergency and emergency processes. For example, if we have to medical procedures. So of course I would have access to the helicopter.
Why did you shoot that person?
I didn't shoot anybody.
Okay, what? Fine.
He shot himself, and I took his gun away. I am the chief medical officer.
That makes no sense. Why did he shoot himself?
Look, doesn't matter. I just want to get out of here. Can you trigger the emergency thing? We don't want to get upstairs and just let us go, okay? Just trigger whatever we need to get the helicopter to take us out, please.
Okay, I'm reaching into my right pocket for the key fob.
No, I will do it. You tell me what to do.
Okay.
Holding the gun
to my right pocket, pull out the key fob. It's like for you press the alarm for a car. So you press that once you're on the roof. Did you already press it?
No. I look at it. Okay. Is it an alarm that triggers?
Well, it looks like
security.
No, it looks like it has a key on the other end. It looks like it's for probably a car, but you've never been in a helicopter. It might work for a helicopter. And it has some cars, you press the button on it boop, and then like the car will make an alarm sound, to like let you know the car is here, or to unlock it. It looks like one of those.
I don't trust him. I say this to Yogesh. He's probably trying to fuck us over.
Are you saying this in English or Hindi?
I'll say this in Hindi.
Okay.
I mean, मुझे भी कुछ like इस पे trust नहीं है, but अभी इसके साथ जाते हैं ना, तो लेके जाते हैं.
We should take the cube again in Hindi, but I am saying it in English because I know we have folks in chat who might not understand.
Yeah. नहीं अभी cube. If we take the cube, what if it brings more attention? Right now, we can just wipe our hands off it.
At least until we get out, and then we can give it back.
So you want to go in that direction instead of just going up?
Fine. Let's just go up.
Just seems like a...
So, you guys are heading out and leaving this guy, or are you doing something to this guy?
No, we're taking him with us, right?
Oh, you're taking Dr. Oakley. Oh, this will be fun. Cool. You grab Dr. Oakley, and you're like dragging him up. You like openly holding a gun to his head, or you're like putting it down, like
walking behind him with the gun pressed into his back.
Sure.
And he can feel the gun slightly shaking in my hands, even in the small of his back.
Take a deep breath and relax. It'll still your hand. No one likes a shaky shot. You seem very stressed. Are you sure you would not like me to prescribe you some medication to deal with your stress? Are you having headaches or anything? We have some Panadol, ibuprofen, as you're just like leading him upstairs.
I don't respond. I just keep walking.
Very well. And yeah, you go up the stairs. Up.
Sure. Looking around frantically, just jumpy.
Cool. Would you say that something I should let you know, would you say the fourth box for you guys have been crossed off? The stress has got to you guys.
I think in this moment, I am holding it together enough to just get there. I feel like there might be a trigger when shit goes wrong, but right now I'm just like, stay focused, stay calm.
I'm letting you know. When all 4 boxes have been crossed off, the scientists can't take it anymore and quits their job in any way they like.
So then technically,
we're kind of doing that right now.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. So that's what I was saying. Like basically, the 4 boxes.
Yeah. 4 boxes.
Yeah. Basically, the stress has gotten to you guys enough that you guys are like, I'm going to quit by taking a gun and escaping on a helicopter like I'm a bank robber.
Yep. That definitely happened.
Sure. You guys then upstairs. He goes in. You head up. There is like some security, at the door, leading up. So they're just like basically not like a security guard, but just like someone like watching, and they see like Dr. Oakley.
We have a thing to get to. It's a bit of a rush. Can you please open the door?
Is anyone?
Jaldi,
what's Yogesh doing? What's Yogesh doing? Is he like still holding a pencil up? Is he like walking normally?
No, I'm walking right behind Dr. Oakley and keeping my arm as a like friendly walk, but mostly making sure that he can't move that easily.
I'm getting like Assassin's Creed pencil yahan pe vibe. Like.
Yeah, maybe there's like a subtle shot because pencils are deadly. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. And he like looks. He like looks at like Dr. Oakley and the guy. He like nods at the guy and I said, "Sure, all right, up." He like opens the door for you guys. Just opens up and you're in the open air. Then the hot Nevada sun is on you guys. Wind, the sand blowing in your hand blowing in your hair. As it's going on, it's empty. There's like there is a pad for a helicopter, with the big H, like that's there. Over there looks like you could literally have 2 helicopters. It's a fairly big roof. They've got 2 pads set out there. But because none of you have pressed the button, no helicopter. There doesn't see any sound of a helicopter. I did that.
So How do we do this? Listen, you don't have to come after us. We just want to let us go. That's it. We'll forget everything. You know what? I think I'll become an art student if you let me.
I've read your profile. I've seen your opinion on art students.
Yes, they are a waste of space, and they take up a lot of our tax money. But I'll become one. Nah, that's how.
Who do you vote for?
Huh? What?
Fine.
How is that relevant right now?
Sorry, I'm just very stressed.
You're not going to get in the flight with me if I didn't vote for you as a guy. Yeah.
Is it like, he looks at you guys. It's like, yeah. It's like, so, what is your plan exactly? You're going to take this helicopter, and then what? Take it all the way to India? It doesn't have enough fuel.
No. We just want to get back to our homes, and we'll put in our papers and we will quit. Just please. We're just very scared right now. Do you understand?
Of course. I can appreciate fear. He said, he is someone who has a gun to his back, Assassin's Creed pencil at his neck, and he has shown no fear, in fact, barely an emotion to you guys. I do hope you understand how long, as you are going to try and get on a plane from a stolen helicopter, and you think you'll get onto a plane and somehow make it to India that amount.
Okay. If we wanted to quit right now and go home, what would we have to do?
I mean, it seems like you're doing this right now. You're actively trying to quit. Unfortunately, at that point, you would no longer be granted health insurance to you and your extended family member.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I have like 200 people in my family. Somebody can pay for it.
Also, India, it's far more affordable.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's not actually a threat back home. It's fine.
I mean, it is for some people, but we'll manage.
We'll not for, thankfully, by the grace of God.
Of course, definitely. Yes, that's fine. And everything should be all right.
Have you seen our Vastu? It's very good.
Oh, yeah. And of course, the best medical professionals we can have already arrived to look after your father.
Is this a thinly veiled threat? You can speak plainly.
You can, of course, go. And then you assume no one's going to come after you for stealing a helicopter.
We're not stealing it. I don't want your helicopter.
The normal process for quitting is a 2-week notice.
We don't have 2 weeks. Her dad probably doesn't. I probably have many weeks. I don't want to spend any of them over here.
Yes, what is your delay? Why are you so keen on leaving so quickly?
I signed up for the Kilo project, not the Killer project. Mm-hmm. That's how stressed I am. I'm making bad puns.
That was quite bad. So you're happy to just leave? You're happy to leave this all? Leave all the people who work here, Dr. Patel. Happy to leave. What was her name? Olga.
Is that a threat?
We're well aware of your connection with Olga and her connection over you.
What is he talking about?
We're aware of the time you spent together. Yeah. Olga still works here. And of course, everything you've done has not been as private as you think. Would you mind reaching into my left pocket for my mobile phone?
Do that.
Yes, may I? And he just puts his hand on it to thumbprint and just scrolls right there. And then you could see images of him with Olga. Olga's got his the hand on the face, feeding him some pierogi, some self-made samosas, and just spiciest of food. His face getting red from it, and just I believe you're trying to make things work with your spouse. And it's going to be much more difficult if that information goes out. Of course.
Yeah, but
so that is a threat.
And of course, Olga's. Well, she's I think she's only supposed to work with people from Area 12, and she hasn't been informing us about work with people from Area 10. This is a big violation of trust. She was on her way here. In fact, thankfully, managed to get her in before she violated a quarantine. She provided you with a slushie, which triggered the Kilo Project turning blue. Of course, you don't have to care. You can take the very selfish option, which is completely right, justifiable, pressing the button, getting a helicopter, and hope one of you two know how to fly a helicopter. Or you can come back and put this away, bring it back down, call it the case of cube madness. It's happened before. And just relax. And don't worry, the company will take care of you.
It's happened before? What does that mean? It's happened before.
There have been a lot of people who worked on the Kilo Project. They go out, go a little wild, the confined space gets to them, but then they relax and they come back.
No. Fuck this. I'm going to press the button on the...
Okay, press the button. It takes a little bit, and then you hear the sound of a helicopter arriving. And it does come down, and it lands. There's a person in the helicopter, a helicopter pilot, gets off. He's he's in camo green. He says Dr. Oakley, do we need a stretcher? Which of them's the patient?
Me, actually, I have to go home. So you have to take us home right now.
Yeah.
Right, Dr. Oakley?
I said, sure. Take it. Take this one to LA.
Both of us.
One? Okay, this one's apparently sick as well. This man's full camo, got his helmet, just quarantine helmet, just big faceplate. I said come on. I said okay, yeah, come on.
Dr. Oakley, you also come with us. You're the chief medical officer. You'll know how to handle everything. Come.
I said he's fine. He's going in. He's fine getting it up there. And I said sure. He gets in. Where do you want him to sit? In the shotgun, back seat? Where do you want him to sit? There's
right between Simran and I.
Yeah. So you guys are all in the back, and the pilot up front.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a back room where a gurney could be,
okay.
But there's no one on the gurney because none of you are lying on the gurney. It's okay. This guy's not dumb. He can see. He can feel that there's probably something weird going on. So all right, and he takes off.
Actually, this specific address, and I will, without saying what it is, rattle off the address of the Indian embassy.
Sure. Okay.
There's a landing zone there also. I know.
Right. Cool. You're making that plans?
I have decided.
And you're heading off. Sure. We end the scene as these guys are flying off. And the heading off into the sunset. Looks like the sun's going to take them. Looks like everything's going to go great. Can you guys write 4 new checkboxes under your index cards?
Oh my God. What is going on? There's more than one page.
Okay. Once you've done that, yeah, it's sometime later, and you guys, yeah.
I need to pee suddenly.
Yeah. Sometime later, and yeah, it's the next day, and you guys are at the lab looking over Object Kilo. Your contracts have been renewed, salaries have been increased by about, and you guys are back at work. Stress of the last day, cube madness. It kind of got to you. And as Dr. Oakley reminded you, there are worse places you could be than down in Object Kilo. So working on this cube.
Do we remember what happened?
Oh yeah, you remember. You remember all of that thing, and you remember why you agreed to come back.
Why did we agree to come back?
The rules state I never explain how they ended up back at work.
Fuck Fuck you, Jason Morningstar. No, I'm joking. Great game.
Great game. Really fucked up.
Yeah, and the rules of the game are repeat until it isn't fun anymore, or until someone definitely breaks the cycle. And you guys have not broken the cycle.
Oh man, I was so close to pulling the gun. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, and I think that is long enough. I think that is how we're going to end the adventure. Thank you, Jason Morningstar. You're great.
Nice mechanic twist at the end. Very lovely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm glad that I was a bad player, that I didn't read the whole book. I was like, I'll just let Chirag run the game for us. I'll see how it goes. That paid off way better.
Wow.
I only sent you one page. You couldn't have cheated.
Amazing. I love it. Okay. We need to quickly recover from this, but we'll do that offline. Everybody, we'll be back next week, which is going to be the 21st of December, same time, 7:30 p.m. IST. And we will be having a chat with Indrani about Big Bad Con and her journey, and also what you can expect maybe going forward as to like process and goals and things like that. And then we'll also be announcing stuff for January and possibly February. So all the cool stuff that we have trying to plan.
Yes.
So make sure to tune in for that. And if not, then join our Discord so you'll be able to get updates there as well.
Yes.
We post everywhere. Okay. This has been...
Wait, where is our Discord? It's desiesanddragons.com/Discord. The link will be in chat.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's in chat.
What an incredible game. Shout out to Jason Morningstar, who was in chat for a little bit, I think. Thank you so much for creating this game. The game that we played today is called Object Kilo. It's from the Ultimate Micro RPG book, which has 40 such incredible games created by, I believe, a variety of incredible game designers.
How many weeks in a year? Do you think we could
52.
play one ever? Damn. Okay.
Oh, we should reach out to James D'Amato and But thank you so much for hanging out. We're happy to be back. Do I have any other announcements? I feel like I need to announce something.
It's old habits die hard. That's all.
Yeah. No.
Announce that you missed everybody.
Yeah, we missed you guys so much. I hope you guys had fun. Exciting things coming up. Glad you're along for the ride.
All right,
and I can't wait to read the chat results of this because I always miss out.
Oh, okay. That's been the journey. Thank you all. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.